time. Over the years in coffee, we've seen a constant increase in cup quality and complexity of flavors in the cup. However, as a barista, when I present and describe such complex coffees to my guests, I often feel a disconnection between the flavor descriptors I give them and the flavors they find in the cup. And I've been asking myself why. And I came to realize that this disconnection will persist unless we guide our guests through their whole drinking journey and offer to them a more mindful drinking experience. So the first step for me was to develop a new tasting protocol that will allow us to experience all these complex flavors together. And I call this technique the mindful tasting technique. It uses a combination of pauses between the sips, as well as holding the liquid on our palate at specific times. Now, the pauses between the sips give the necessary time to the aromatics to reach the flavor library of our brain, which is called the gustatory cortex. And it is that extra time that allows us to fully experience all these complex flavors. Also, holding the liquid on our palate at specific times leads to a richer and more transparent tactile experience. So today, judges, will utilize this protocol to enhance your drinking experience, so you can enjoy all the amazing flavor of this unique coffee that I'm about to serve you. But I want to take you back to when it all began for me. Late last year, when I first tasted Lot 836, a natural anaerobic geisha produced by Kai Johnson on his finca Los Alpes. Deep in the Panamanian rainforest, on the slopes of Tizingal volcano, up at 1,700 meters above sea level, his green tip geisha matured way more slowly than any of his other coffees, which increases the complexity of flavors in the final cup. And Kai Johnson enhances that with his 72-hour natural anaerobic fermentation, which provides structure and this high-quality sweetness that you will enjoy in the cup today. That is when I tasted these complex flavors and high-quality sweetness, I knew then and there that to fully experience this coffee, we need a special place and this mindful drinking experience. So today, we will start with the espresso. And I want you to enjoy this espresso over 3 sips. In your first sip, I want you to look for more broader fruit flavors of forest berries. This way will guide our gustatory cortex for the flavors to come. I want you also to enjoy this coating sensation of this first sip. In your second sip, the flavors become more transparent due to the 10-second pause and the cooler drinking temperature. And I want you to hold that second sip on your palate for 5 seconds, because this is where you're gonna enjoy this amazing strawberry flavor. Now just the third sip is all about tactile. A medium weight with that creamy texture, and you will also enjoy a long finish that will remind me of dried apricot. Now judges, the complexity of this coffee peaks at 55 degrees Celsius. So I'll stir it with my frozen spoons to get you to this temperature for best complexity and flavor clarity. But for now, please have a sip of water so we can all be aligned together And right after that, I will pass the espresso in front of you so you can evaluate this crema. You're evaluating this one. You're evaluating that one. You're evaluating this one. You're evaluating this one. So when I serve you the espresso, I want you to start your timer. Use these pauses so you can enjoy this amazing 836 from Kai Johnson with this mindful coffee experience. Please enjoy that. Just when you're ready. Moving on to one of my most favorite expressions of this Kai geisha. And I love this raspberry note. When I combine this strawberry note, correction, when I combine this coffee with milk, and I would love for us to taste it together. So let me give you the tasting protocol for the milk course. Stir 5 times to enhance creamy texture and enjoy over 2 sips with 10-second pause between them. First sip. Look for that strawberry and milk chocolate. And second sip, that strawberry turns into strawberry cheesecake. And also, we have this amazing creamy texture. Now, judges, Kai highlighted the fruity character of his geisha with his natural anaerobic fermentation. And I wanted to maximize that in the drink for you today. For that reason, I changed my recipe. 20 in, 36 out. So you can highlight the strawberry note in the drink. Please enjoy that. I also want to give this coffee a coating sensation. So instead of roasting the coffee darker, we extended the milder phase of the roast and then dropped it to 108 degrees Celsius in 10 minutes 30 for a cleaner finish. Please enjoy that. And I want to further enhance these fruity qualities to the drink. For that reason, I need the special milk, higher in fats and proteins. And the Guernsey cows from the estate dairy in Somerset produce exactly the milk that I want. 3.5% protein, 4.5% fat for this delicious creamy mouthfeel. And to that I will pair 1 part espresso, 3 parts milk steamed at 55 degrees Celsius, and when combined together with a mindful tasting protocol, you'll enjoy this fruity character of this geisha that we all work so hard for. Please enjoy that. When you're ready, judges. Moving on to our signature course. For these last mindful moments together, I drew inspiration from the world of wine, who have been creating tasting experience for decades to elevate that Johnson geisha in your signature drink. And I love the complex fruity qualities of this amazing coffee. And I want to elevate that. And I did it by taking a red apple, specifically the sweet tango varietal, because its maturity cycle takes way longer than any of the other varietals, creating complex and bright flavors like my Johnson geisha. And then, in order to bring the complexity of this ingredient, 72-hour anaerobic fermentation in this sealed container. And that created a more pronounced complex acidity. And then, to highlight sweetness, slow cooked in the oven, 10 days, 65 degrees Celsius, before I strained it, creating this amazing liquid, which is sweet and complex, that when I add just 40 grams of this, it creates a new flavor of pineapple. And now that we are on flavor depth, it's time for flavor clarity. And I created Cascara Kombucha. 50 grams geisha cascara from Kai's farm, and the 2-liter kombucha fermentation, 5 days at room temperature. And I created this refreshing kombucha that opens up the flavors when I add 40 grams of it with my 4 shots of geisha. And now, my 4 shots, the same way as your espresso, 18 in, 38 out, that have been chilled to this iced rock. And then I kept it in this hyper chiller to preserve all the volatile aromatics. I will bring these flavors in perfect harmony using this magnetic stirrer. And I will serve you at a temperature around 8 degrees Celsius, where I found the perfect flavor synergy. To open up the flavors even more and give you a wine sensation to the drink, I will pass the entire drink through this aerator. That will really highlight that syrupy mouthfeel and that pineapple note. Judges, to fully experience this drink, please follow my instructions. Take in the aroma of raspberry and then enjoy over 3 sips with 10 seconds pause between them. Now, after you take in the aroma, in the first sip, look for that raspberry. Second sip, that raspberry becomes juicier. And third sip, look for that pineapple note. And to highlight that pineapple note even more, I want you to swirl the glass before each sip. Now, judges, my duty as a barista is not just to bring out the most complex flavors out of our coffees, because these flavors will not be realized unless we offer our guests more mindful drinking experiences. With that, I want to thank you for being part in this amazing world of mindful tasting. Please enjoy this drink, and that will be my time.